Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2024 IFBB Pro League Vancouver Island Showdown. We've got pro women's bodybuilding, women's physique, and wellness. So cool, a beautiful Canadian competition, and these women knocked it out of the park. Unbelievably beautiful. Now, in terms of Olympia, last year's top three are automatically qualified, and then the winner of each of these divisions is going to also get their ticket to the 2024 Olympia. It's very exciting. I'm super excited for all three of these girls. Okay, so here is pro women's bodybuilding. In first place, Julia. Second, Lena. Third, Melanie. Fourth, Mariana, and fifth, Michelle. And it was pretty close between third and fourth place, only 1 point between them, but a clear win for Julia. Okay, so here's Michelle in fifth place. First thing I noticed were those abs. Great definition. I love that you can see each pack of the six-pack so clearly in her midsection. Awesome. She's got great curve to her quad sweep, nice size, beautiful lats, great size in her arms too. I think she looks really good. This smoky gunmetal silver suit is really cool. Her jewels, I like that her hair is up. Her tan looks great. Like overall, she looks really put together and lovely. I think she could have more size in the lats. I think she could have a way more exaggerated V-taper. Potentially having the suit come up higher would help to highlight that as well. And I think conditioning, even though I think her abs look amazing, I'd like to see more crazy lines and detail coming through in the legs. I want to see striations and feathering and just that real sharp, ripped look, particularly in the quads, but even in the upper body, I think we could have a little bit more of that really grainy, sharp lines coming through. So more size, more conditioning, but overall, I still think she looked really nice. Beautiful posing. She looks very symmetrical, and it was a great fit for her. Next in fourth place is Mariana. Okay, beautiful quads. That's unbelievable. The roundness, the fullness, that curvy shape, that looks so good. Unreal size. I think the detail is really nice. You're seeing some good lines in the quads themselves. I wouldn't mind more, like I said before, little striations, a little bit of the feathering. But to me, the size and that curviness is just so appealing. It looks really great. She's got a nice flat midsection, beautiful detail coming through in her upper body. I love the outlining of her biceps, but I think she needs more curviness in the lats to really match the curviness of the legs. Like all of my attention is coming to quads, and I want to see more of like the X with that really bubbly, round, full, wide upper body. But I'm so impressed by her legs. I love this suit. The color is so rich. I'm wondering if it's velvet because it is so beautiful. The suit, I love the way that it fits on the top. But again, I wouldn't mind if she pulled the bottom, the strap a little bit higher, just so that the strap of the bottom is closer to the strap under the lat. I think that does a really good job of making your eyes see the V-taper even more. But I love the color. I love her hair. I just adore that you get to see her shoulders so clearly. Her conditioning looks really good up top. But yeah, more size, amazing. Next in third place is Melanie. Balanced. She looks really good. The amount of size in her legs, the sweep of the quads matches very beautifully to her upper body. I think she's got a really gorgeous overall silhouette. The conditioning is not bad. You've got some nice lines coming through in the legs, nice flat abs, crazy detail coming through in the arms, but I do want to see more. I want to see more of that really etched in sharp detail by the kneecap coming up into the thighs, just a little bit more of those really prominent deep lines. Posing, I think she could extend her leg a little more and be more on the toe, just so that I'm seeing more of like a really firm, deliberate X shape. But overall, I love the color of her suit with her blonde hair. It's very beautiful complement to her skin tone. Again, I think the conditioning up top is gorgeous. Nice flat midsection. Just, she looks great. I'm particularly loving how outlined her biceps are. Unreal. Okay, next in second place is Lena. Okay, unbelievable. I think her posing is so good. You see the X frame. It's undeniable. She's wide at the top. Your eye travels across her lats, down her suit into this perfect little triangle here. So that V-taper is unmistakable. And then the width that she's creating with the way she's posing, it is an X and it is fabulous. Her conditioning is beautiful. You've got abs, you have nice detail in the legs, this sharp line running down her thigh, the outlining of the bicep, the delts. I just think she looks stunning. Great V-taper, great size, good balance, great posing. The suit is very colorful, like the color is bright. It catches your attention. It fits her perfectly. This is exactly what I mean about the strap of the lat and the strap of the hip coming really close together. It does such a good job of drawing your eye to that triangular shape of the body. She looks amazing. The only thing is I wish there was just a little bit more size on the legs. I think she could have a tiny bit more roundness in this upper part here, and she would be unstoppable. She looks gorgeous. Love the hair, love the earrings, love everything. Okay, here's Julia in first place. Julia really looks good. She's got the fullness of the legs like I was just mentioning. So you've got quad sweep that goes all the way from knee right to the hip of her suit. She's got crazy size on the inside of her leg. She's got good lines, the definition, detail outlining the quads. You've got some feathering. You've got nice abs. The definition is there. Beautiful V-taper, particularly the way she's posing here. Her waist looks so small. The suit fits really complementary to that triangular shape. You can't help but see the width and the narrowing down to her midsection. Her lats are so smooth and a beautiful, very pointy shape into those great, big, massive delts. She looks full, she looks wide, she looks perfectly X-frame. The conditioning is lovely. I think she really nailed it. That icy blue suit is gorgeous with her darker hair. She looks really great. The only thing that maybe I could suggest, a bit more gloss with the tan. So if the tan could be, dark and rich and then have a bit more of that shininess in to really highlight the quads and highlight the abs and highlight the delts. To me, her color looks very uniform all the way through, but I'm missing that pop of just a little bit more glaze. That's it. I think she looked really good. Okay, here's everyone side by side. I tried to give you a similar pose of everybody. I didn't have one with Julia in the front double bicep, but you can see how beautiful this pointed toe, really sharp leg. That's what I meant about Melanie. If she could just make the leg a little more stiff, I think it would be really flattering to that X frame, just like what Julia is doing here. The leg just goes and goes, and what a great squeezing of the quads she gets when she does it. Mariana, the size of those quads definitely stands out, but you can see how she doesn't quite have the lats to match the legs like we see on Julia, who also has really big quads, but the upper body is in a really good balance. Lena beside her, her upper body to me looks amazing, great definition, but she doesn't quite have the same fullness and just hugeness to the legs like we're seeing with Julia. And then Michelle, beautiful, but more conditioning for sure, particularly into the legs. So to me, Julia really stands out for her balance, her size, the fullness, and the posing looks great. Then from behind, everybody looks great. Some really nice full backs. I love Lena's shoulders here. I think Julia looks beautiful in this pose. It's really nice for showing off the narrow waistline, but I think she has to be really careful that she's not losing her delt. The arm being up is perfectly fine, but you can see a little bit more roundness on Mariana's delt, even Lena's delt, Michelle. Julia, it's I wonder if her elbow is too high. If she brought down the arm a little bit, that might help to maintain that curvy shape in the back of the delt. I think also Julia stands out here for her glutes. They've got a great size, but also really good conditioning. You can see ever so slightly some striations. She's got lines coming down her hamstrings, beautiful quad sweep. Michelle needs more of that really outlined shape, I think, a little more conditioning. Lena looks really good, but she doesn't quite have that same tightness in her lower back like we see on Julia. Just the skin is so smooth. Your eye really flows over her physique. I think Melanie could have a little bit more roundness and fullness in the glutes. And Mariana, she could have a bit more conditioning as well into the back of the legs, a bit more outlining of the glute and a bit more hamstring definition as well. So Julia, I think, did a great job. She really nailed it, and it was a fabulous first place. And there she is on the list for the 2024 Miss Olympia. Okay, moving into women's physique, a smaller lineup, all three in the top three. First place, Marianne. Second, Julie. And third, Arb. So here's Arb in third place. What a striking suit, very colorful. She's got the eyeshadow to coordinate, lots of fun jewelry, nail polish. Gorgeous. She's got beautiful size in her arms, the biceps, the triceps, the delts, great balance there. I like that the lats are very beautifully spread. You've got this nice V-taper shape. I think she's another athlete who could have the waistline, the straps of the suit come up a little bit higher. I think that would help you see the V-taper a bit more. She's got some nice quad. You got a little definition coming through, some vascularity, beautiful. But I do think she could have more size in the quad sweep. I think it could be more round, a little bit more of that curve to the inside of the thighs would be lovely. Maybe a little more definition coming through in the midsection. But overall, I think she looks tall. She looks long, very lean. Beautiful posing. You're seeing that nice V-taper. I think she did a great job. Next in second place is Julie. Love the tan. Her color is so rich and dark. She's got some beautiful sheen into the quads. Really beautiful. And the color with her suit looks striking as well. I love the definition in her arms. The outlining of her bicep looks amazing. She's got a really nice curve to her lower arm. Her lats look full. Great detail here in her hip. Oh, that glute from the front. Awesome. Nice definition into this leg here. I think she also could have a little bit more fullness into the quad sweep, just a bit more size in the front, a bit more curviness to the inside of the leg. And I wouldn't mind more definition, a little bit more of that sharpness in the outlining of the quad muscles, a bit more six-pack showing through, but I think her upper body looks amazing. Okay, one thing I wanted to say with the suit, I love how high the straps come up here. But I feel like her top could go higher. Like if she could have this strap a little shorter to pull the top up higher, I think the strap that comes down the back should be a little bit more up where the lat comes in to the midsection. I hope that's making sense. To me, the suit almost seems low on her torso. So instead of seeing and highlighting the width of her widest part, it's bringing my eye lower into her torso area. So a little bit more of that upper width to really show off the V-taper, and I think it would be stunning. But I love the color. I love the crystals in the suit. I think she looks really beautiful. Okay, Marianne in first place. What a breath of fresh air. She's so bright. She's so blonde. The white suit is, maybe it's pink. It's a little hard to tell. But oh my gosh, she looks feminine. She looks pretty. She looks lively. I just love it. She is absolutely glowing. I love her hair. I love the swoop. She reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, honestly, the white and the hair and the short hair, and just she's stunning. Her suit fits her perfectly. This is exactly what I meant about the strap kind of outlining and coming towards where the lat comes into the torso. I think that's a really flattering look to bring your eye to the lat, but also it makes it really close to the strap of her lower body suit. And then her torso looks super short and you just see that V shape. So to me, the suit is perfect. It fits her brilliantly, bright, bold, gorgeous. Her tan is lovely. She's got gloss in all the right areas. I'm looking at her quads. I'm looking at her biceps. Her definition is beautiful. Her abs look amazing. Great detail coming through in her legs. She's got curves on her inner thigh, curves on the quads, great size in her arms, beautiful V-taper. I just love everything about her. I think she looks amazing. Okay, here's a side-by-side. I have to say Marianne stands out. Yes, she's shorter, she's smaller, she's not as big as her fellow competitors, but her curviness in the legs, the detail in the quads, the ab definition, the lat spread, the V shape that we see in her upper body, the detail coming through in her arms. I just think she's got a really good silhouette. And she just has great conditioning and great size. On her frame, she looks awesome. Now from behind, I think Marianne takes it here as well. She's got a lot of fullness in her traps, in her delts. She's got beautiful wide lats and a really narrow waist in her lower back. I don't think Julie quite has that same triangular shape. Her skin is not quite as tight. You're not seeing the muscle definition as well. Arb, I think, has some beautiful fullness, but you're not seeing that triangular shape as well as we're seeing it on Marianne. I also think her lower body looks really good. She's got very nice definition coming through into her glute ham tie-ins. I don't think either of her competitors quite have that same triangular little shape that you get in her tie-ins. Beautiful quad sweep, nice lines coming into her hamstrings. I think she just really stole the show here. Everyone looked beautiful. It was a great competition, but I think Marianne did a great job. And in terms of Olympia, there she is, qualified. All right, now women's wellness. In first place, Emily. Second, Jasmine. Third, Giovanna. Fourth, Deborah. And fifth, Joanna. So here's Joanna in fifth place. She looks beautiful. Really nice outline. This glute is so high. Beautiful little curve here where the glute and the hamstring come together. Lovely curve to the back of her leg. Nice calves, like just a gorgeous silhouette. You're seeing a nice amount of the sweep of the back leg. You can see she's got a lot of size in the leg. The hamstring looks lovely. Tiny waistline and a really nice lat and delt. I think just overall she's got a really beautiful shape. I think she could have a bit more definition though. The groove is beautiful right here at the top of her hip, but I want to see the line a little sharper all the way down. I'd love to see a bit more detail in the back leg. Even a little tiny bit more sharpness in the outlining of her delts. But I think she's posing really well here to keep the roundness in the back arm. It's showing her tiny waistline beautifully. Her hair is gorgeous. The suit color looks great. I love that bit of color she has to the lip. It's coordinating beautifully with the suit. Like overall, she looks really beautiful, but I think a little more conditioning would have been perfect. Okay, next in fourth place is Deborah. Love her legs. Beautiful, round, high glutes. The curve is stunning. And she also has a really nice curve into the hamstring. So this nice little dip she gets here looks great. Beautiful overall silhouette. She's got some good definition of the quad. I like this sharpness in the line in the front of the quad. This detail here by her kneecap. She's posing really nice up on her toe, very gentle on the foot. You're seeing this great curve in her leg. I noticed this beautiful dainty bracelet. I thought it looked really pretty. Very beautiful. Great midsection, great obliques, nice abs. Just overall, nice size in the delts, good size to the lats. A really lovely shape. I like the definition in particular. I think that put her a step above and gorgeous. Two things I wanted to say, extremely nitpicky here. To me, this shoulder is a little bit lower than this one, just in the posing, almost like this arm is pulling her down. So I want to see this shoulder a little higher, just pull up the clavicles, really open up the shoulders, bring it all up a little higher. And then the other thing, I don't know that I've ever commented on earrings before. I find her earrings too wide. When I've got her hair with the highlights coming in to right at her chin, the beautiful lipstick, the sparkles in the suit, and then the width of the earring, it's just a lot happening right here. So I would do a slightly more dainty earring, and then it wouldn't be so noticeable. But I'm definitely like looking at her earrings, and I don't know that she wants that. I want to be looking at her shoulders. So that's just a very tiny, minor little thing. But I think her suit looks lovely. It's a pretty, kind of a pinky red color, matches her nail polish. She looks beautiful. Okay, next is Giovanna in third place. Love her quad sweep of this back leg and the detail in her calves. I am a calf girl, and I think this looks awesome. Beautiful, just a nice detail and conditioning. I love the line coming all the way down from her suit, down her leg to her kneecap, outlining the quad. It looks fantastic. She's got some nice size in the glute here, good curve to the hamstrings as well. Tiny waist, you really notice that in the lineup. Good lat, great shoulders, particularly in her back pose. I don't think this front pose is doing her upper body justice, honestly. To me, she's almost leaning forward. And then this arm, the shoulder is getting straight on the top rather than maintaining that curviness. And then the back shoulder almost looks like it's rolling forward, which I don't mind because it keeps the roundness, but it doesn't match this shoulder quite so well. So I would play a little bit around with this front pose, or I guess it's a side pose. Try to just pull the shoulders more up, keep them both rounded, maybe have it dropping a little bit more to the side rather than coming out at an angle. I'm not sure, but I definitely want to see more curve to this front delt to match the back delt more. And I want to see less of a lean in the torso and just a little bit more upright. I think you'll see what I mean when we get to the lineup photo, but I love her conditioning. I love her tiny waistline, and I think she's got a beautiful quad sweep. The dark hair, the long earring, the red suit, everything looks really polished and beautiful. Okay, next in second place is Jasmine. Oh my gosh. Her legs are next level. The size of her quads, the detail, the hamstring, all of this gnarly definition coming through. Oh my gosh, she is so cool. She's got beautiful legs, great size in her glutes. She's got wicked obliques. She just looks so muscular and substantial. Her arms are out of this world. Like, she is so athletic looking. I would put her in a higher shoe if she can handle it. I would love to see even more of that curve coming into the calves. And I think she has to be careful with the midsection. To me, her waistline looks really beautiful, great oblique, nice trim waist, flat abs. But I might like to try her being more sideways, like a real profile view. I think that might make her waistline look even smaller. And it's something that I notice in the lineup. The girls that are super sideways have really, really teeny tiny waists. That's just a suggestion. But I think overall, her conditioning is awesome. Her size is incredible. Beautiful coloring with the suit and the hair. She always has the biggest smile. She looks really beautiful. And I just love how much muscle she has on her frame. Okay, here's Emily in first place. I didn't have a photo of her just right in the side pose. So I'm giving you two different photos so you can see the conditioning, you can see the shape of her hamstrings, you can see her delts. She looks stunning. From top to bottom, I swear, she's like a Victoria's Secret angel with the hair, with the makeup. The color of her suit is so pretty, like this wine burgundy with flecks of purple. Oh, it's just a beautiful look. The highlights in her hair, the curl. She just looks so feminine and pretty and just beautiful. She's got great shoulders, nice definition and lines in her arms, tiny waistline, beautiful flat midsection, and you can see she's got some great size in her glute and beautiful hamstrings. I just love this photo and the curve you get. Like start at her ankle, you see the curve coming in the calf, in the hammy, in the glute, up her back, just stunning. I think overall she did a really great job. It's a beautiful first place. And in the lineup, you definitely notice just that gorgeous conditioning, the groove in the hip, and her tiny waistline. Okay, here's the side-by-sides. See what I mean about Emily, Giovanna, Joanna? They're all standing very sideways, and it does do a really great job of showing how tiny the waistline is. Jasmine is just a little bit more at an angle. I love the triangular shape you're seeing with her lats. Whereas Emily, I think she has to be careful not to be too sideways because we're losing some of that triangle shape. You see it really well on Giovanna here. But Emily, I'm drawn to her legs and the sweep of her quad. She's got this beautiful shape to her glute. I'm liking Deborah's as well, but Deborah doesn't quite have the same curve to this back leg like we're seeing on Emily. Jasmine has amazing curves, incredible size, but I'm wondering if her definition isn't a little bit too strong and just a little bit hard compared to the other girls on stage. Joanna, I think she's got this beautiful silhouette, but she needs more definition to show off some of the detail in her muscles. And Giovanna looks beautiful, great size, but I think she could have a little bit more curve to the top of her glute when you compare her to Emily and Joanna beside her. And then from behind, wow, Giovanna's delts stand out to me. I really notice the beautiful shape she gets. This is what I meant when I said that her back pose, her delts look amazing. Really beautiful size. She's got a gorgeous curve, small back. The lower back looks really nice and trim. Emily's waistline in the low back looks beautiful, and I love the way she's got her hair. It really highlights that triangular shape. What I like about Emily here is the proportion of her legs to the glutes. I almost feel like Jasmine and Joanna have a lot of quad sweep, maybe even arguably Deborah, that just it comes out so far in comparison to the glutes, whereas Emily is a little bit more moderate in the shape, and I think it's very beautiful, and your eye kind of travels really smoothly over her silhouette. Joanna has a real substantial quad sweep, as does Jasmine. So something that definitely caught my eye to notice the differences between them. I think Emily has really beautiful outlining and of the glute ham tie-in, but not only that, she has a really nice fullness into this lower part of the glute. I think Giovanna beside her has great outlining, but she doesn't quite have as much fullness in that lower area. Joanna, I think, needed to have a little bit sharper lines coming into the hamstrings like we're seeing on Emily. Deborah, beautiful. The tie-ins look fabulous. She's got a little adductor showing. But to me, I think Emily had it just for this overall beautiful balanced shape she gets from quad sweep compared to glute. And there she is, qualified for Olympia. So that's it for this recap. There are more shows coming up this weekend, and I will be recapping them as well. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you liked this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm on Instagram at turquoise toffee.